Say, have you heard there's a ball game coming in February the 1st, and there's a few things going on between now and then. And since this is another segment of World Class Arizona, let's talk about a world-class event, Super Bowl 49, and not only the gentleman who happens to be in charge of SRP, but also the chairman of the Super Bowl committee. And my congratulations, I think, on that extremely prestigious position. Or have you decided now that you wish that you'd never heard anything about the Super Bowl committee?
No, it's been a good tour of duty, and my predecessor Mike Kennedy had left it and the image of the position in such high regard that it's been an honor to serve, and yet things are going to be winding down, and to some extent everybody gets to be freed of worrying about when I'm going to call or when I'm going to happen upon their office.
We've had some experience with Super Bowls, 96, 08, now in 2015, February the 1st. Did you and the Super Bowl host committee learn from them, from our previous Super Bowls, or did you mostly take a look at more recent events in other cities?
Well, I think kind of partly, certainly my experience has been garnered way more from recent Super Bowls dating to my first, which was 2012 in Indianapolis. But the resonant knowledge that went into the successful bid being awarded to Arizona that Mike Kennedy and Mike Bidwell and Winnie Stolper headed up back in 2011, so we've married those two experiences. Indianapolis is a great example. They weren't sure when they were ever going to get the game back, and so they threw this amazing pre-party and termed it Super Bowl Village, and 1 million people showed up in a rather modest Midwestern market, and it was cold, but it wasn't super cold, and they reveled in that, and the NFL in Arizona, I think, has come up with the latest version of that, which is Super Bowl Central, and we're excited about that. But when the bid was put in 2011, that wasn't even a consideration.
But David Rousseau, one of the things that I think that we can establish is that over the 49 years of the existence of the Super Bowl, we clearly understand that everybody wants one in their town and their stadium. What did this take to land yet another one here?
So I think my predecessors, like I said, Mike Kennedy and Mike Bidwell, deserve a lot of credit. They actually influenced the NFL's process from everyone being able to bid on a game, every market, all 32, to the current model, which is you have to be invited to bid. And so you don't have 31 bridesmaids in theory. And it's no offense to bridesmaids, but it's been so that's been a relief, because each market that comprises a bid, there's an expense associated with it, and then there's a corresponding disappointment if you're not selected. So I think that's been an orderly process, and then I think there's a focus on whatever the current market that's hosting the game wants to fashion. In New Orleans, as an example, they wanted to use the game as the stimulus to rebuild from Katrina. I think Arizona has a comparative advantage around the weather, which we didn't need to tell anybody in New York last year when it was 16 below on Tuesday. They were telling that story for us. So this is just going to be a good opportunity for us to trot out everything that's great about Arizona.
But it's not just a Super Bowl host committee. And it's not just football players or a football organization. It's that public-private partnership that makes this work. Talk about that.
Well, I think if you look at the bid video that turned the heads of the 32 owners back in 2011 to get the 2015 game, the theme of that video was about more downtown hotel rooms, more light rail, more Phoenix Convention Center, and those are the reasons that I'd say the most prominent ones as to why we're hosting the game 7 years out from the last time.
And doing so many things for the community, too. The host committee, they're the ones who are responsible for all the things that lead up to kick off. And as you continue to watch KTAR.com and as you continue to listen to KTAR, you'll find out about more of those things as we head towards Super Bowl 49, February the 1st.